Ah, the sister sweet, sister smell of justice. Hello, everybody. I had thought about doing this because I've been following this. I do not care for James Charles at all. I just thought this would be kind of fun, just because he's so fake. I'm just gonna do a basic. I'm gonna do a basic reading here because a basic reading for a basic bish. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, Burn? Anywho, so the first thing I notice is that he has the classic "let me wear my glasses so I appear more humble" look. Okay, first, why are his glasses so dirty or foggy? Like, what is going on with that? Okay, so the very first thing I noticed was so wait a minute. Does he have a complexion editor on his camera? No way. Do y'all see that? I'm gonna zoom in here. Do y'all see that? He has like a filter or something going on here where it's like foggy, and I guess so that he doesn't look so bad in the video. And the way he talks, it's so obnoxious. Anyway, so he's got some sort of filter on his face there, which is silly, sister silly. And he's got his glasses on, which anytime Amberlynn wants to come off as vulnerable or humble or whatever, she'll wear her glasses. Anyway, it's like kind of shielding yourself. It's like one layer that you're putting between yourself and the world. Not to say that every time you wear your glasses, you're feeling like that, but there's a couple of reasons that I think he's doing it for sure. And that's A, to look more humble, and B, to look, to kind of shield us from being able to see through the window to his soul. Okay.
Hi all.
Hi all. Like, when you first watch it, he's moving so slow, and if you know anything about James Charles, and like I said, like, I don't ever watch his videos. I don't think I've ever watched an entire video all the way through. He's just so obnoxious to me, but he talks insanely fast. It's pretty crazy. I have a really hard time believing that's any sort of makeup. It's got to be some sort of filter. So that's kind of funny. It shows you how shallow he is. And, I mean, are we surprised he's a teenager? He's going to do stupid stuff. But I don't like him because the stuff that he's done has been adult levels. Like, he talks like, I don't know, like he's been around the block a time or two. But really, you guys, a lot of us were in high school when he was born. Oh, that is so disturbing to me. Okay, now I know a lot of you watch Amberlynn, right? So I'm going to be making a lot of Amberlynn Reid comparisons based on like the videos that I've analyzed about her and like her apologizing to us. People like this, people like James Charles, people like Amberlynn, narcissists love to play the victim. Okay? They really do. So they love to make it seem like it's everybody else's fault. That, oh gosh, everybody's against me and I just did wrong, and they're basically just regurgitating everything they think that we want to hear. The problem is with narcissists is that they don't understand how to truly communicate with other people. If they do, if they're at that level, then they're most likely psychopaths or sociopaths. Like they're just higher up on that level. But narcissists are kind of like dumb versions of that, where they just aren't clued in to how human nature is. But they, bless their hearts, they try so hard. Don't they? They just try so hard to pretend, and they don't understand that most people can see through it. Some people are fooled by these narcissistic people. But at this point, and with as much information out there as there has been over the past few years, I think a lot of us are coming into the realization that, oh, this is what I need to look for. Oh, this is how I can avoid this. If you know what to look for, you know how to avoid it. So, anyway. He's doing this, like, slow eye closing thing. Amberlynn does this. It's like they're trying to pretend like they're thinking really hard about what they're saying and that they're, you know, feeling shameful.
I'm currently traveling abroad and just woke up, but I want
Let's watch that in slow-mo. Do you see the foggy filter here?
I'm currently traveling abroad.
Okay, so he did a little smile here. As you can see, he's very happy that he's abroad. Probably for a multitude of reasons. Probably one is like, thank the good Lord I'm not in America right now because things would just be chaotic. But another reason that he's got this duping delight thing, it's not so much a duping delight, it's more of like a humble brag that he's abroad.
Just woke up, but I wanted to sit down and make a video addressing all.
Here, please look at my glasses. I want you to know that this was so important to me that I didn't even put my contacts in, but I was able to set a filter on my camera.
Everything that's going on right now, because they've already.
What the heck did he just say?
Because they've already. I owe everybody an explanation.
Whew, that was...
But most importantly, I owe two important people.
He's doing this odd head shake thing, okay? It's like a head shake twitch thing. That's a little suspicious to me. It's sort of like he's trying to say that they're important to him, but they no longer are important to him. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, they were once important to him. He's so involved in himself now that, like, really these people aren't that important to him. That's why there's that sort of, like, twitch. He's like, it's almost like he's... Okay, I'm referencing the Brady Bunch movie again, but there's this part in the movie where Jan is she's wearing the afro wig, and she's, like, fighting with herself, and she does this, like, head thing. I'm gonna put in a clip here.
It's tough being a middle child.
You're a middle child. So am I.
Oh, well, then you know what it feels like, not being special.
What does she mean, I'm not special? Hey, she's just trying to help.
My family's not much, no kids, though we do have a lot of livestock.
Jan! Oh, Jan! Don't listen to her.
In this day and age, if you're lucky enough
Who
to...
is that?
It's me, the new Jan Brady. Let's knock over a 7-Eleven.
Stop. You're scaring me. Me too. Me too!
That's kind of like what he was doing. It's like he was trying to, like, shake it off. He was trying to, like, shake off the no, they are important to me. No, head, don't do that. No, they're important to me.
Most importantly, I owe
So he shook his head when he said most importantly. He shut his eyes real slow.
two important people
And he shook his head again, shut his eyes real slow.
an apology.
This is taking everything. See his head, it kind of went back. Like how dogs will put their ears back or cats will put their ears back. That's kind of basically what he did, but with his forehead. So let's watch that again. Did y'all see it?
To Tati and James. To Tati and James Westbrook.
He's like, you can do this.
I'm sorry.
Okay, so there's a little bit of contempt in his eyes. You could see it. It's like, okay, I'm sorry. Can you just please take my apology so that all of this will be over with? Watch his eyes. Closing his eyes real slow, right? Like he doesn't want to have to do this. But because he's a quote-unquote celebrity now, he has to. He's like, and so he's like nodding his head. He's like, okay. It's almost like his publicist or something told him he needed to do this, and he doesn't want to do this. He's not ready to do this. And some people aren't ready to apologize right away, you know? Like some people need a couple days, but Somebody has told him that he needs to apologize. So you see him shut his eyes. He's thinking about the situation and how he has to do this. And then he nods as if somebody just said, okay, are you ready? Yes, I'm ready. So he's thinking about how somebody told him that. So watch it again. Shutting his eyes, nodding his head.
I'm sorry.
Okay. So remember when your eyebrows go up, it's sort of like it's like a salesman. When they're trying to convince you, like when a politician is lying, and you'll often see their eyebrows go upward. The wrinkles show on the forehead, assuming you don't have Botox in your face, which I would not be surprised if at 19 years old he has Botox in his face. It's like a convincing move, I guess.
I'm sorry.
It's almost like there's nothing behind his eyes, like it's like dead eyes.
I'm sorry for everything that is going on.
There's a slow head shake that was very odd. It was not congruent with what he's saying. Because when he said he's sorry, I think that there are elements of what Tati talked about that he is sorry for. He's also could be saying that he's sorry because it's caused him to lose subscribers. But then when he says for everything, he's moving his head back and forth. Like he's shaking his head no. But he's doing that weird like twitch thing where he's like, it's like a partial no.
Everything that I've put you through over the past few
Now, you can see that he's got dried up saliva here. He's extremely nervous. He also just woke up.
weeks.
That's very strange, too. I don't like that move at all. He does it a lot, it seems. Is he trying to remember something here? I don't know.
I met Tati.
He's pursing his lips. It's like he's trying to be more serious and sincere than he actually is because he's just a kid. It's like he's trying to be on her level, but he's not because he's like 15 years younger than she is.
And James, almost 3 years ago now, when I was first coming into the industry, and
that would make him 16.
Had no friends and nobody.
Gee, I wonder why you had no friends, James. Is it because you're mean? You're an ugly person? Because you treat people like crap? Another commonality between you and Amberlynn.
To talk to or look up to. And Tati very quickly took on a parental role with me.
Truth.
Because she knew my parents were across the country. And over the past...
He gulped. I mean, this guy is so nervous, he's swallowing his pride by doing this.
Years of knowing her family.
He smiled a little bit. He really likes her family. He felt really comfortable with her family. I think he really did feel like she was a mother figure to him. And there's a lot of really good memories there.
Her and her husband have given me so much love and advice and opportunities.
So he's doing the shutting eyes thing. Like, these are all things that it's like in his whole like big-headedness he forgot about. And it's kind of weird because there's no sense of like, man, I fucked up. If I were talking about somebody that I screwed over and they had done nothing but good things for me and the people that they loved did nothing but good things for me, that would trigger me to become extremely emotional in the video. Now, it's really like he's acting. I think he really does feel this way, but also, like I said at the beginning, he doesn't so much care about them as people anymore. He may have cared about them back then, but now he's like on to greener pastures kind of thing.
And a place to stay, and a shoulder to cry on at 3 in the morning, and
He's doing okay, and he's pausing a lot more as he's talking about this, which means he's it's almost like in this moment he's realizing that, like, how just what at what level he fucked up.
support when nobody else would or wanted to.
He's holding stuff back. I think
And I'm so disappointed in myself that I ruined
a
a
connection
relationship that
was beneficial to me.
did mean so much to me, even if I didn't do the best job of showing it all the time. And through all of this, what sucks the most is that I know there's nothing I can say or do to ever earn that friendship or trust back. But I don't blame them for it.
And I'm okay without you. See, that's what I'm saying here is like, yes, he feels kind of bad about what he did, but he's a teenager. Y'all, we've all been there. When you're 19, you truly, really don't care about anybody but yourself and the people who are around you at that moment. He's a very seasonal person, you can tell. Like, there are distinct seasons of friendship that James Charles has. He doesn't know how to maintain a solid relationship with anybody. So he's kind of viewing this like Tati was a stepping stone. You know, I'm really sorry that I hurt you. I'm sorry I broke the connection, but you know, it's not like we're really that close anymore anyway. But being that Tati is in her 30s, these kinds of relationships that you develop with people, they mean so much more to you once you're out of this young funk that we all go through, where we're like going from friends to groups to different things, trying to find ourselves. Like, it's very rare for people at his age to still be friends with somebody that they were friends with when they were 16. You know what I mean?
A lot of most of my career over the past few years has been about me making mistakes and trying to learn and grow.
Okay, he's got duping delight here. The reason that I'm stopping here is because I think, like, at the time of these mistakes, he was probably really worried, but he's also proud of himself for getting through them, and he also knows that these types of things actually got his name out there even more, so he kind of views these mistakes as part of what made him, so he actually thinks fondly about these mistakes.
From them, and I haven't always done the best job of that. I can admit that, but I have always tried.
Now, James Charles already naturally has, like, smiling eyes. So again, not all of his smiley looks is going to be a duping delight.
Because I know there's a lot of people watching me, and that a lot of people look up to me as a role model. And I hate knowing that I disappointed not only them, but most importantly, two people that have been role models to me doing that.
Because he broke a huge connection.
Yes. I wish that I could say this is the last time that I would make a mistake, but it won't be.
Cop out. He's copping out. I think that's very strange. And you know what I'm thinking? Now that I'm thinking about it, there's probably other things that haven't come out yet that he knows about. Okay, so let's take a look at that again. I know this is annoying that I'm going back, and a lot of you probably don't even know who I am, but if you do watch me do this, a lot of times I'll go back in slow-mo a few times to kind of show everything. So if you don't like it, don't watch it, you know, that whole spiel.
That I would make a mistake.
Okay, this isn't his lie factory, okay? He's remembering, there is something that he's hiding. Remember when you close your lips real tight like that, you're hiding something? You're holding something back that you want to say?
I wish that I could say this is the last time that I would make a mistake.
There's something else is going to come out about him.
But it won't be.
So just be prepared, guys. I may make another mistake because there's going to be something else that might come out about me.
I know that'll disappoint people.
Hiding something. Oh, he's thinking about, like, he's actually thinking about what it's going to be like when this comes out. Oof. I'm like 98% sure that there's something that he's thinking about specifically right now at this moment that is going to come out eventually. This is not over, is what I'm trying to say. There will be more.
More and more as I continue to learn and grow every single day. I have a long way to go. Very long way to go.
Then why are you acting like you know it all? And why are you laughing about it? Okay. I'm just going to take it to 75.
I have a long way to go. Very long way to go.
He kind of... Okay. He's kind of thinking... He's kind of taking advantage of this whole I'm young and dumb thing. He knows he's young, and he knows that eventually all of this is going to get excused, and he also knows the speed of the internet and how fast people forget about stuff. But he's definitely milking the fact that he's young, and he knows that it's sort of a cop-out that he can use for some people. He's thinking again about whatever it is that's going to still come out about him. See?
But that's okay.
And this right here is the equivalent of Amber Lynn's actor brow, her brow furrow that she does. This is his acting thing that he's doing.
I'm going to keep trying my best and keep learning and growing.
Because I'm young and I get to use that as an excuse.
And be the best version of me that I possibly can be.
Acting.
And I'm sorry for that.
Squinty, squinty. Why are you squinting? And I'm sorry? It's kind of like he's like, and I'm sorry? Is that what I'm supposed to be saying? Okay. Is this good enough? Is this sorry good enough?
In regards to the Coachella situation with the brand deal and the security guard, I've already told my truth about this twice.
Okay, so he's doing the eyebrow convincing thing again. He's trying to convince us that the truth, the quote-unquote truth that he's been saying is the actual truth, but it's not. I think the only way that people are going to actually believe if what he's saying is true about the Sugar Bear or whatever is if Sugar Bear specifically comes out and says, okay, this is what happened, this is what we gave him, and that might actually be what he's afraid of coming out. I don't know.
And instead of talking about it for a third time and explaining it and going into detail and pulling up receipts.
Okay, that was a huge eye roll. I mean, he doesn't think that his time needs to be wasted explaining all of that again to people because he's already talked to all the drama channels about it. So why does he have to explain it to us in person when they can do it for him?
It doesn't matter.
It does matter.
And I understand that no matter what I say or do.
Oh my god. That lip pursing thing is pissing me off.
There are always going to be people that don't believe me.
Okay. This is something that Amber Lynn does where she's like, I've told my truth and it doesn't matter. There's always going to be so he's basically preparing us for the people who are going to be calling him out on lying. That's pretty much it. Like, he's basically preparing those who are sort of on the fence to be like, oh, well, you know, yeah, there's always going to be people who are who are going to think that he's lying. Like, he's preparing the weak folk, you know?
And will think that I'm lying. And that's okay.
Okay. So he's doing a lot of predictions, right? That's because there's something else that's going to come out about him, and he keeps looking over here in this direction into his memory about something that he did as he's talking about this. So watch it again.
I understand that no matter what I say or do, there are always going to be people that don't believe me and will think that I'm lying.
He's thinking specifically of somebody that's about to call him out, I think.
And that's okay. At this point, the truth really does not matter.
Okay. And just him saying that right there is telling us that what's actually the truth, it does really matter, and that we need to pay attention to it. Because he's basically trying to blow it off and say it doesn't matter, it's not applicable, so that he can convince whoever's left that it's not important. So if it does come out, they're not going to think it's important, but it is important. It is very important.
It's the feelings that do, and no matter what happened, I hurt two very, very important people.
He's doing a lot of pauses that aren't necessary. That whole thing is acting. He's also thinking about something, and he's holding his tongue about something.
And they've been really, really loyal to me, and I betrayed that. And that sucks, and I wish more than anything that I could take it back.
And he's closing his eyes a lot, and he really does wish he could take it back, but perhaps not the reasons that he's telling us.
In regards to the boy situation,
He just rolled his eyes big time on that.
in regards to
So right here, he does not want to talk about this. He doesn't want to apologize for anything that has to do with this guy. He's angry. There's no smile in his eyes at all. There's definitely contempt. So while it may not look like contempt compared to someone who doesn't have smiling eyes, this is James Charles's, like, F this guy.
I've had to learn it the hard way. But coincidentally enough, Tati really was one of the people to sit me down and tell me how it looked from the outside.
Why is that a
and
coincidence?
Let me know, hey, talking to these boys might get you in trouble one day. And she was right.
Yes.
In regards to my own mother, I know you want to defend me and fight for me and go off on comments.
Ooh. Oh boy. Oh boy. He's really embarrassed by his mom. Remember, he's still a teenager. So he's kind of like laughing about it because he's a teenager and his mom is so embarrassing. But it's also because he's at that cusp of like going into his 20s and, you know, finding himself on his own. He's kind of in between like, oh my God, Mom, you're so embarrassing, and Mom, please leave me alone. Like, stop getting into my business. I've told you time and time again to stop being in my business, and you keep doing it. I don't need you to defend me.
I know you want to defend me and fight for me and go off on comments.
But don't. See the head shake?
But I ask that you don't. This is my problem that I got myself into, and this is my job to deal with this.
Why don't you tell her in person?
No matter what anybody is saying, or commenting, or talking about, Mom, I need you to know that you're the most important person in my life, and that you're an amazing mother. And I don't know what I would do without you. And I'm so grateful for everything that you've done for me and the lessons that you have taught me. And
this reminds me so much of when Jussie Smollett was trying to get his tears to come out.
if the attackers are never found, how will you be able to heal?
So this part right here is what this reminds me of what James Charles reminds me of. Come on, tears. Come on, tears. Come on, tears. Come on, tears. Come on.
I don't know. Let's just hope that they are.
Oh, got some tears.
You know what I'm saying? Like, let's not.
Okay, so here we go. Let's go back.
Mom, I need you to know that you're the most important person in my life.
He looks like he's about to sneeze.
Mother.
Okay, come on, tears. Come on, come on, tears.
What I would do without you.
Come on, tears.
And I'm so grateful for everything that you've done for me and the lessons that you have taught me.
Come on, tears. Come on, tears. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Come out, come out, come out, come out.
And everything that you continue to do for me and my brother.
Okay, now I need to blink these tears out so that they can come out of my eyes so that I can convince people that they are tears.
I need you to know that. I need you to know that.
He can't, he's not. Come on, tears. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on.
The same thing goes for Tati as well, who is an amazing person and truly does want
an amazing person, but then he sucked in his bottom lip, right? Like that, there was a little bit of contempt in that. Like, he was an amazing person, but who just called me out on everything and was kind of a bitch about it. That's how he's thinking, which I didn't think she was a bitch at all, but he was probably thinking that.
Everybody around her.
Well, what is that?
That's I'm so disappointed in myself that I hurt her.
Now, there's not as much relief as you would think that there would be after him doing this, and I think that's because something else is going to come out about him.
A lot of times when I've had to address things in the past, I've acted out of impulse, and I've gone off and tried to pull receipts or facts or screenshots and play the victim. And I'm not doing that today. I'm not.
Okay, I know it looks like I am, but I'm not. Okay, I'm not, alright? Believe me. Please, I'm being sincere. Believe me. He's trying to work up some tears right here. He's trying to work up some tears. Okay, come on, tears. Come on, come on, come on. Can you just go onto my cheek? Can you come out of my eyeball, please? Please, please just come out of my eyeball.
That is all I have to say.
He's like, damn, they're not coming out.
I'm sorry.
Alright, guys, that concludes this video. I hope you enjoyed it. And I'll see you whenever I see you. Okay, remember, peace, love, justice. The truth always comes out. It always comes out. Okay? It does. You know, sometimes it takes a day, sometimes it takes 30 years. But I guarantee you that there is more that he is hiding and that it's going to come out eventually. Alright, guys, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye now!
Shame on me, thinking it was just a phase.